And now a new season of this. We only have 6 of the videos to do because the season's really short. Even the movie's over there, but for some reason not on Tubi.
No, but you can get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah. You know what's weird is that the show is not on Tubi, but the movie is on Pluto.
Interesting how that worked out.
Yeah, because like you'd think Tubi would have more access than Pluto. And even then, it's like, come on, man. Come on, guys. Really? Come on. Really? Well, here we are. We are here to do a new season of Ultraman because we're done with Arc and we're definitely not doing Ultra Stars because, that's basically a compilation series that's on its 3rd season. And, we're just biding our time before Ultraman Omega shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, at least Ultraman Omega was actually announced before. We didn't even know the name of Arc until like midway through Stars Season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like and it's like it's like so confused. Like, should we do Stars? There's 2 seasons. What do we do? Existential crisis. We only did 1 season of this new podcast that we just started a year ago. So we did Blazar, we did Tiga and Rube, and then going back to current era, we just finished Arcs. Now we're going back to the older eras. So here we are doing Kamen Rider X, which makes me wonder, shouldn't we have done Ginga first? Because it really feels like it's supposed to be some kind of semi-direct sequel to Ginga.
Maybe, now that I think about it, but it carries over the Spark Doll gimmick from Ginga.
Yeah.
But you don't need to see Ginga to get what's going on.
All right. But yes, we're here to discuss Ultraman X.
Wrong X.
1 through 5. Yes, we got Kamen Rider X and Ultraman X, but we're here to discuss Ultraman X. Thank goodness there isn't a Sentai called something Sentai X Ranger.
Well, we've got Lupin Rex and Patrin X.
Yeah, but at least he's not the titular character.
True.
Like in King Oger, the Megazord is the titular character.
Mm-hmm.
King Oger. And then 19 episodes in, we're finally going to name our team as an anagram named after our Megazord. Can you imagine if Power Rangers Turbo, they never actually called themselves Turbo Rangers until episode 19 when they passed the torch to TJ and the squad. It's like, and as the new team of Rangers, we will call ourselves the technologically uber radical bombastic operators of and then something with an MEGAZORD. It's like, we will call ourselves the Turbo Megazord.
That's not how it works.
Go! Turbo Megazord, go!
Go.
Turbo Megazord, go! Go, Turbo Megazord! Oh! I mean, with the season as ridiculous as that would have been the perfect example to use, so.
I guess so.
Plus, you got that brownie points for the Car Ranger fan.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We are the cool, accelerated racers. Something. Car Ranger for short. Okay. Yes, and we have another Geo, and we're not talking about Kamen Rider, surprisingly.
No, we're talking about XIO.
Yes.
Geo.
Yes. That is crazy. So we got Kamen Rider X and Kamen Rider Geo. And we have Ultraman X with the organization Geo for Xeno Invasion Outcutters. Outcutters is such an odd choice of words.
Yeah, it is. I won't deny that.
Like, they could have used the phrase operators, for example.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah. Man, imagine if Sogo Tokiwa makes a cameo. Hey guys, did someone I heard that Gio's supposed to be here. Wrong Gio. Oh.
Yeah, well, this was 3 years before
Gio. Yes,
Geo, so
I know.
geez,
Yeah,
I can't believe Ultraman X is going to be 10 years old this year.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's my understanding that Ultraman X in itself is an anniversary season because there's a lot of other Ultraman doing cameos this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of something that isn't exactly new for Ultraman. I mean, Taro had the 5 other Ultra Brothers show up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, the original Ultra Q and Ultraman started in 1966, whereas Ultraman X started in 2015.
Yeah.
So that's 49 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
49 years. Are you taking notes, Super Sentai?
Yeah, for Go Juger.
Go Juger. Go Juger. Man, we're not gonna stop talking about Go Juger for the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but a handful of Ultramen do show up.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Namely, in this batch of episodes, we've got Ultraman Zero, who was supposed to be that black sheep Ultra. Or
pretty much. He's the son of Ultra 7, and he had a few of his own movies.
Yeah. But no series of his own.
No. It could have been because of maybe budgetary reasons. Tsuburaya dealing with Chayo at the time.
Yeah.
Do you know about the whole Chayo thing?
Not really.
Well, to make a long story short, Chayo Productions is a company in Thailand, and Sampot, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Sampot Sands, and so basically infringed on the Ultraman series for a very long time, and also somehow got the rights to the first 6 Ultraman series to distribute them outside of Japan. After years and years of legal battles with Chayo Productions, Tsuburaya eventually won the case, and that's why we have all these Ultraman Blu-ray and DVDs now, because as soon as they won, it's like, we're going to expand globally, and we're going to do this legally and not the way Chayo did it.
So basically, it's kind of like the whole Alakazam trading card situation, where Abracadabra and Alakazam went out of print for 15 to 20 years because this one con artist tried to sue Pokemon Company or Konami or something for his likeness or something, even though they look nothing alike. And then, we talked about it a great deal last week in Kamen Rider X because spoon bending. You got earthbenders, firebenders, waterbenders, airbenders, and you got spoonbenders.
Yeah. In fact, the Ultraman DVD set of the original 1966 Ultraman that came out from Mill Creek was actually under Chayo Productions.
Yeah.
And so were the Shout Factory Ultra Q and Ultra 7 sets.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously now Mill Creek is releasing them legally under Tsuburaya now, but back then it was under Chayo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, that's really interesting to learn about. Yeah, I feel that's why I'm glad to have you on the show, because you know all this stuff about Ultraman. Like me, I'm the Kamen Rider guy. You're the Ultraman guy. Yeah,
I do like Kamen Rider a lot too, though.
Yeah. But You know, I actually watched every episode of Kamen Rider, and I assume you watched every episode of Ultraman.
I'm still working on it. Let's see. What
Oh.
series do I still need to see? It'd be easier to name that. Let's see. I still need to see Taro,
Okay.
the Ultraman, 80, Cosmos. So, not very much series. I need to work on that.
Hold on.
So there's a few seasons I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I haven't watched Ultra Q. Well, actually, you guys know which. It's easier for me to list all the seasons I did watch. Tiga, Rube, Blazar, and what's it called?
Arc.
Yes, and plus 5 episodes of X and 3 episodes of Ginga. But yeah, no, it's I do have Taro, Leo, and 80. And the Australian series Ultraman Great.
Oh yeah, Great and Powered. I still need to check those ones out.
Yeah, but the Ultraman, I assume that's the animated one.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the anime Ultraman.
I think it's definitely available on Tubi TV.
And I have it on DVD too.
Good.
Yeah,
but
the strange thing about the DVD set is that the subtitles are on the bottom left corner of the screen.
Interesting.
It's like, why?
Yeah. Not at the center. That's crazy.
It's like, that doesn't seem like a hard issue to fix.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is having the whole I remember way back when we were talking about like the old YouTube days, and one thing I really loved about anime openings back then in back when we were doing like back when YouTube was classic YouTube, is you would have Romaji lyrics at the top, English lyrics at the bottom, and on the side you would have the like full Japanese text lyrics vertically written on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh nice, all 3 variants in one place. Yeah, that way you could sing along to Full Metal Alchemist while you watch it illegally on YouTube. 10 minutes at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kishinda yo mono kagi no sai no wa sonzai no shomera da.
Yeah, I actually watched Full Metal Alchemist on VO back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, yeah, I watched Full Metal Alchemist English dub in like on Adult Swim, but also keep in mind I did not have on demand back then because I had Comcast, not DirecTV. And yeah, the episodes were very sporadic. It's not like some episodes I'd be lucky enough to watch in order, some not so much. So like for example, like the very first episode I ever saw was literally episode 10 with the Phantom Thief. You know, in that one city that's supposed to be a reference to Venezia. And Alphonse has like a adolescent crush. Oh, Alphonse, you're so adorable. No, she'll definitely fix the school. No, she'll definitely fix the orphanage. No, she'll definitely fix the hospital. Like she stole enough. She has to have stolen enough. No. But yeah, no, she's just a thief being a thief. She's just a thief being a thief. And then very next episode I see is the one where we're introduced to Scar with Dr. Marco. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's crazy watching TV shows without DVR or on demand.
Yeah.
But here we are, Ultraman X, the 25th season of the entire franchise. And yeah, it's also the second one under a particular program. I believe it was like something about like the new Ultraman Retsuden. Yeah. So can you explain Ultraman Retsuden?
Basically it was Ultraman Zero, or okay, not always Zero, but It was basically a recap of certain episodes of Ultraman.
Oh, okay.
So it's nothing you really need to go out of your way for, especially if you, since the DVDs and Blu-rays are now easily available.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I also find it interesting that this series actually started using some GoPro cameras for their footage. Yeah, because
Interesting.
like I think it's kind of interesting because it's kind of like behind the scenes type of footage, and stuff like that. And like some really great shots, like you probably would have needed to use GoPro type footage, like I really love, like, for example, like one of my favorite shots in Kamen Rider Geats is when like you got a camera like basically like where his hand is, and he's like basically running around doing stunts, and it's like, and like the camera's like facing towards his helmet, where he's like,
Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned Geats because I'm actually working on that series right now.
oh, how far are you?
38 episodes.
Ooh, how are you liking it so far?
It's good. I wouldn't say it's in my top 5, but it's definitely good. It's interesting. It's got good suits. It's got good action. It's got good drama.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. Which writer are you sponsoring?
That's a good question. Definitely not Natch Sparrow.
Oh yeah, definitely not next Sparrow. See, like for me, like I wish I could sponsor Lopo, but she got eliminated very early on, and sadly, like we don't really see her.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Natch Sparrow's constantly coming back.
Mm-hmm. And manipulating people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is the day you almost got Captain Natch Sparrow. Yeah. Yeah. I had like honest trailer names for some of the characters. Like for example, Geats would be called Kamen Rider Geats Howard. And Tycoon would be Kamen Rider Midoriya.
Kamen Rider Midoriya.
Yeah.
I don't even watch My Hero, and I get that.
Yeah. Neon would be Kamen Rider Neko Ni.
Neko Ni.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Michi, his name would be Kamen Rider Buff because it rhymes with tough. and then Punk Jack, like I put it, like I got his like base DGP suit, and then put on a pink dress over it, and I called him Kamen Rider Mary. Pray I don't alter the deal any further.
Yeah, but I received the Geats Blu-ray as a Christmas gift last year.
Oh,
well,
nice.
This last Christmas, I mean.
Yeah, nice.
So it's like I hadn't seen it in full, so I figured, all right, I'm going to binge watch the show.
Nice. I'm curious, does it come with the movie?
No, it doesn't.
Because I know that Ryuki, because I know Ryuki and 01 both come with their movies, so like I was just curious.
No, for some reason, the movie doesn't come with the Geats Blu-ray, and for another reason, the episodes are the TV masters rather than like the Blu-ray masters. So they literally play the superhero time intros.
I noticed that whenever I watch that on Tubi, I noticed that.
Yeah, so you'll have the superhero time bumpers.
Yeah,
for
Don Brothers. It's like
and King Oger.
It's like imagine like never having watched Super Sentai and like you're watching Geats for the first time. It's like, who are these guys and why are they only showing up in the intro? Like you got a dude with a peach on his head, you got a furry monkey dude, you got a tiny CGI dog dude, you got like a 7-foot tall CGI pink bird dude, and you got some yellow girl, not as interesting design, but hey, they exist. It's like, who are these people?
Who are you people?
We're you. more adorable. Yeah, no, I would like even go so far as to say it's like, like when I was watching Boom Boomger, I was under the impression that the Boom Boomgers are basically the main characters of Kamen Rider Geats, but if they were written by Toshiki Inui, from Dawn Brothers.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's super silly and ridiculous, but in all the right ways. But Red Ranger is clearly Ace. Blue Ranger is clearly Michi. Pink Ranger obviously is Neon. Black Ranger is Kawa, and Orange Ranger is Haruyuya.
Yeah.
Now, who would the sixth Ranger be?
Jin?
I guess I think he would be Gene. Man, I love Gene. Like the actor who plays Gene ends up playing Shotaro Shinomori in that one crossover film.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. It's like you're the biggest Kamen Rider fanboy. Then you get to become the creator of Kamen Rider. Then you get to be a Kamen Rider fanboy in the show. And then you actually become a Kamen Rider.
Mm-hmm.
And then you become an outsider.
Yep.
Yeah, I still haven't finished watching Outsiders.
I still need to check it out.
It's very convoluted. It's like, the first Avengers movie?
Yeah.
Imagine watching the first Avengers movie without having previously watched any of the previous MCU movies. Actually, no. Imagine watching Age of Ultron without having to watch any of the previous MCU movies.
Yeah.
So, not only do you not know who half these characters are, because I imagine that not everyone has watched every season like I have. I definitely did not watch all the Toei Tokusatsu fan club specials. But imagine also not understanding the plot, because what even is the plot?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you plan on watching Outsiders, you need to first watch the 1000% President specials.
Okay.
The one where Gaiamatsu goes up against Dan Kuroto.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch that two-parter. And then watch Outsiders episode 0. And then watch Outsiders, and you'll still be confused.
I see.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, let's talk about Ultraman X, because apparently there's a solar flare.
And 2 orbs. Even though this was the season before Orb.
Yeah. Yeah, but then a bunch of vinyl dolls of kaiju show up on Earth, and then they turn into real kaiju. It's basically like Ginga, where it's actually very interesting because Ginga had the gimmick of using vinyl toys of Ultraman, while here you use vinyl toys of the kaiju. But you also use cards as well, so it's not 100% clear what.
Yeah, basically in Ginga, the kaiju spark dolls were both used by Ginga and by Dark Lugia. Was that who it was? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while since I last watched Ginga. But so Ginga would actually transform into kaiju like Black King, for example.
Yeah.
But in Ultraman X, they carried over the spark doll gimmick, but they're also using a card gimmick for his cyber armors.
Yeah, so it's only cyber kaiju turn into cyber armors. So it's very much Mega Man Battle Network 6.
Yes.
Yeah, except he doesn't beast out. Well, at least until we get to episode 6. But yeah, so yeah, our main character was a kid when the flare happened, and he lost his parents, and he had a spark doll of Gamera.
Gamera? You mean Gomora?
Gomora.
Yeah, Gamera is a completely different kaiju.
Yeah, Gamera's the turtle dude.
Yes.
Turtle.
Yes, Gomora.
Yeah, Gomora. Man, it's like you get one syllable wrong and like you change the entire phrase.
You change the entire context.
Yeah. It's like Oba-chan is completely different from Oba-chan.
Yes.
Yeah. Oji-san and Oji-san. And Oji-san. Yeah. It's like, I don't know how you could talk fast and still correctly emphasize the correct syllable.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, it's like I'm more of like a speed versus precision kind of guy. It's kind of hard to do both. But I suppose that's why I'm not fluent. Because being fluent means you can do both. Be fast and precise. Yeah. But, at least I can say this. Oba-chan ga iteta, ten no michi o iki, subete wo tsukatsutoru otoko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Kabuto is love. Kabuto is life.
Yeah.
Yes, we can agree on what our favorite Kamen Rider season is.
Yes. And yes, lamentably, it's made by Toshiki Inui, the guy who ruined Hibiki. Yeah. Our main our main character here is a guy who with a milquetoast personality, just like Daigo, named Daichi. So we're gonna call him Daigo Jr.
Daigo Jr. was in Ultraman Tiga Revival of the Ancient Giant.
Yeah. But seriously though, like, who names their kid Daichi Aozora? It's like, oh, land blue sky.
Land blue sky.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Land. Excuse me? Land Blue Sky. My last name Blue Sky, first name Land. Okay, Mr. Land Blue Sky.
Yeah, at first I thought you said Land, like, the character from Mega Man NT Warrior.
I wish. No, Daichi, Land. Like, let me guess, your middle name is Umi.
Ocean?
Yeah. Daichi Umi Aozora is my full name.
My parents are very down to earth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're very hot-blooded when it comes to their naming conventions. Yeah.
So basically, Demaga, an ancient iron kaiju, starts attacking the city.
Yep, and we have an organization called Geo, which has actually really cool uniforms this season.
Oh yeah, they do look cool. I remember there was one year at G-Fest, somebody was cosplaying Daichi.
Yeah. And of course, and like they even have like these cool like Metallica vests on them. I'm like, that's dope. Yeah. So interestingly enough, they have a jet called the Musketeer or the Muschetti, and they have 3 land vehicles named Athos, Arami, and Porthos, which cause the Muschetti to turn into a jet, which it already was one, a tank, and a spaceship.
Yes, and they're all color-coded like Sentai.
Yeah. It's a surprise that these 3 vehicles don't just simply combine into a robot. Because, that would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, have like a robot partner for kind of like Blazar.
Yeah, like Earth Garon.
Like Earth Garon and Blazar.
Except, be useful for more than just one episode.
Yes.
Poor Earthy. I know he tried his best. To me, Earthy's like that dragon from SAO, where it's like, can you hold off those orcs for a second? I didn't mean a literal second, but of course you wouldn't know. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, she eats the purple crayons.
Mhm.
But yeah. So yeah, kaiju's attacking the city, and it seems like Daichi is about to be burnt to a crisp. But then a blue light shines down when he holds his cell phone up. His very bulky Bandai Premium cell phone.
Well, yeah, they did make a ultra prop replica of the X Divisor. So
Yeah, and somehow Daichi ends up in cyberspace where he finds himself having to face off against Tim Curry.
no, wrong show. But still made by Tsuburaya.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's like, I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights.
But you're a
not,
giant.
Where you're a giant. You're not actually high up. Wait, am I? Am I? See, this is why proprioceptors are important to have. Because you need to be able to feel your feet actually touching the ground.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, X has a really cool design. It's definitely one of my favorites, and it still holds up.
Yeah, I like how, like, yeah, it's very noticeable that X is really the start of having that sort of a bio armor type of design, kind of like what Blazar has, where it's like where it looks like they have like more of like a crystallized skin rather than just undersuit, maybe some armor.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm still upset that Arc kind of regressed on that, but hopefully, Omega brings us back to form.
Yeah, I'm hoping Omega is also a better show than what Arc was.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Like with the whole creepypasta thing, like you could have made it the whole season, and we wouldn't complain. But you weren't being consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we could talk about our problems with Arc right now, but we already did a week ago. So, watch our review of Ultraman Arc.
Yeah. So basically, X takes on Demaga, and he's having a hard time because Daichi's trying to get adjusted to this new giant body, and he's not doing a very good job at first.
Yeah, mobile trace system checking, heart rate, respiration, blood pressure, metabolism, all brain. Yeah, I miss G Gundam. Yeah. Fly in the sky, da 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 da. But yeah, no, I'll also say this: the cockpit is also pretty cool. It's like basically he's inside like a cyberspace sort of looking background.
Yeah, it looks Tron-esque.
Yeah, but he's still trying to figure out how to move around in that thing. But as it turns out, his X-beam allows him to turn kaiju into spark dolls.
Oh yeah, the scene where he first does the Zenadium Kosten is so cool.
Yeah, and then Ultraman X shows up inside of his phone. It's like, hey, yeah, what's up? How you doing? I'll be inside your phone from now on. I hope we can be good friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's basically in a nutshell.
Yeah, and Steven Asuna's like, oh my god, Daichi, I thought you were dead. Here I was thinking about shoes, but then all I could think about was you and how you almost died. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this sounds very familiar. Where have I heard this before?
4Kids?
No, we move on to the next episode.
Yes, the one with I'm not sure if I can say, but we all know what they look like. Beak.
Yes, the one with the Peter Griffin beak.
Yeah, that's a PG way of describing it.
Yeah, the FCC can't get us this way. Yep.
AKA Birdon.
Yes, what a simple name for a complex kaiju.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I haven't seen Taro yet, but I know Birdon originally it showed up in Taro, so it's a classic kaiju.
Yep. So let's talk about the theme song.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I'll listen to it in my car sometimes.
Yeah. What's really interesting is how, like, we have a kaiju as a professor in the show.
Yeah. Dr. Gorman.
Yeah, Gorman. I always thought it would be pronounced Gorman. Because he has a big mouth and whatnot. But one thing I thought was kind of silly is like that part where you got all those cards showing up, and he's like, it's like he's in Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 3. It's like, now where's the Dark Magician? I'm trying to get him to become my deck master. Oh, there he is. Oh no, I accidentally clicked on Karibo. To the la 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 la. That's one annoying kaijin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode 2 starts in a tour. Wow, they're letting middle schoolers tour a secret government facility. This isn't new in the world of Corinth.
No. So basically, they're basically taking a tour of Geo, and they get to see all their equipment and their cars and whatnot, and their vehicles. And then we see Gorman. Gorman, that's how you pronounce it. And bump into one of the people there and freak her out.
Yes. But, thankfully, we do have our best girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thankfully, he's a friendly extraterrestrial.
Yes. Who knows how to reverse engineer ultra technology.
Yes.
Very impressive. Most impressive. But yeah, we do have our best girl, Rui.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm calling it Rui's best girl because she's a genius and she's adorable. Yeah. And she's not obsessed with lipstick and dolphins.
No, she's not.
No, thankfully she's not. But yeah. So yeah, we get a flashback. Oh yeah, my parents were killed by the thing. Woe was me. And of course, Daichi gets some advice from Dr. Gorman.
Yes.
Yeah. But what I really find interesting is the lecture from Commander Kamiki and Vice Commander Tachibana. Wait, hold on. Tachibana? That's a Kamen Rider reference.
Sayoko!
Yeah.
Alright, no Karino Boro da!
Yeah. Tachibana. So I've been fighting Shocker for 5 years. About time I get retired and get replaced by some guy in a mustache. Mm-hmm. Who's gonna shave it off halfway through a season anyways? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, Kamen Rider has so many characters named Tachibana.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that we have a Tachibana here in Ultraman. Therefore, Ultraman X and Kamen Rider Blade are canon. Just kidding. It's Force. Yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah, apparently the new divisor is compatible with Spark Doll technology. But we don't have time for that because there's some mass destruction happening because giant bird laid an egg.
Or it's trying to lay its egg.
Yes. Yes, and it's got a very inappropriate face.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows about Birdon, you know the jokes about its beak.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a word about its beak. I'm just gonna. But yeah.
Yeah, that's all we're going to say.
But yeah, so we got a nest that's being built is so that it could lay its eggs, and of course, our heroes try to use the Musketi to intercept the bird kaiju, but of course it gets shot down, and Ultraman saves it.
Yes. And then we're introduced to our first cyber armor, Cyber
Oh, yeah.
Gomora armor.
It's like, what is this? Oh, yeah. And also, Tachibana has to make a moral decision. By the way, great POV shot of him fighting Birderon. I just wish that it wasn't so close up from that angle.
Why? Because of the beak?
Yeah. The beak.
It doesn't help that it's veiny, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that really doesn't help.
Yeah. But what did help is Asa firing a bazooka to distract it.
Yeah.
Not that it helped, because it still gets Daichi pinned to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's when we finally do need to get the new cyber armor. Oh, I turned the cyber kaiju into a card. Let's see if you could use it. It's like, how do you know that Ultraman can use the card? It's like, because throughout the show, like, not just like now, but even in later episodes, they kind of infer that nobody knows except for Gormon that that Daichi is Ultraman, but Best Girl seems to acts like she knows, because she's able to transfer the card over through the divisor.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's like, how? I guess we can just say Toku logic again.
Yeah, but the good thing about being in the front lines is that you get to see in person X using the Cyber Gomora armor, which gives him a big, bulky armor with claws.
Yes, and I will say, I honestly like the armors in X more than I do in Arc.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the attention to detail that went into the armors here, because it does feel more theme fitting.
Yes.
But my one complaint is that with the Gomora armor specifically, because I don't feel like it's as bad with the Elect King armor, but the Gomora armor feels way too bulky. Claws aren't too bad, but the chest it's like way too like, ugh.
I guess it's because, Gomora has a tough exterior.
Yeah. It just feels, I just feel like it just throws off the proportions of the base suit, like I feel like armor needs to complement the base suit, rather than like just massive add-on that you could barely like stand straight with.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it. It looks fine to me.
Yeah. Again, I like the claws. It's literally just the chest part that I don't know. I like the chest of the base form more. I get what they're trying to go for. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling the chest part of the Gomora armor. But I do love the claws. I'm not complaining about the claws. I love the claws. Just not the chest. Yeah. But yeah, so we're all happy. They save the dude with the 49ers hat, and Birdon turns into a Spark
doll.
And he's like, maybe we can coexist peacefully. I don't know. You did do a bit of fighting. Kind of hard to coexist when there's fighting involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which brings us to the next episode. Don't you just love how we're like tackling these really fast? Yeah. So next episode is a bit of it's like love and hate for this character sort of situation. It's an Asuna-focused episode.
Yeah.
So Asuna is a girly girl who's really good at karate.
That she is?
That's her whole shtick. Yeah. But yeah, Dr. Gorman is taking a nap while after having eaten a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty sure his name is in fact Goman. Sorry, Gorman. Ooh, look at all this gourmet food.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's hop right to it. So yeah, they're doing some modifications to the 3 vehicles. And again, I don't really understand the whole point of the Athos car because I feel like it just combines with a jet to become a jet.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, at least with the other 2, it turns into a tank or a spacecraft. There's like actual transformation involved.
I guess they needed, an Earth jet to combat the kaiju on Earth.
That's just the problem. It's already an Earth jet. Like, what does the Athos armor add to it? Not armor. Athos car add to it. But yeah, no, there's a reason out. But yeah, so Asuna is happy it's her birthday and she got a new pair of shoes, chimichus, and
she got off AliExpress apparently.
Yeah, and oh yeah, don't get me started on AliExpress. No, she got them off of Temu.
I was gonna say Temu, but I thought think of something more that actually came out around that time.
That's true. I really hate those Temu jingles though. Temu, shut up. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of earthquakes happening, and there may be a kaiju involved. Jeez, this is Ultraman. When isn't a kaiju involved in an earthquake?
Yes. So we get Teleston.
Yes, which is disappointingly a generic-looking kaiju. Even more so.
You should see his design in Ultraman Power. That looks much better.
All right, but I will say this: it looks more disappointing than all the Godzilla clones. And boy, are there a lot of Godzilla clones.
Yeah, you get a lot of Godzilla type kaiju throughout the Ultraman series.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you like referring to Gomez and Jiris?
Yeah. Well, do you find it interesting that they do have letter typing for the kaiju in this series? Like A type for alien and G type for bipedal? Because
like Godzilla?
Yes. You'd think, oh, it's G because it's based on Godzilla. Nope. It's G because it's based on Gomorrah.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you don't want, even though Tsuburaya and Toho have good relations, still don't want to get sued by Toho.
That's true. But yeah, there's M type for machine, F type for fish, I type for insect, and I can't wait to see an insect type. Oh yeah, and Dr. Gourmand makes a booster to the Geo pistols in order to make it more powerful. I call it the Ultra Beam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like they do find out that there's a human involved, or rather something that resembles a human involved in the kaiju attacks. And Daichi even figures out, hey, this is not based on anger. This is based on sorrow. So let's do some facial recognition. It's like, wait, this is based on a beautician who died years ago. We need to go undercover, which is a perfect opportunity for Asuna to put on some shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So they go on a date. Asuna calls her out on her BS. Some of the shots get fired. And, well, let's just say instead of having Asuna go on this mission, they should have got Crystal go on that mission. Crystal,
from the Boondocks?
That's right. Crystal, like the champagne. You know why?
Because she runs fast in high heels?
Because she sure can run in those heels.
My name is a pimp named Slickback.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Slickback. No, Mr. Slickback's my father's name. My name is a pimp named Slickback. Okay, just Slickback. No, you have to say the pimp name part. Like a Tribe Called Quest. I seem to have misplaced some merchandise, and I do believe you are in possession of it. Yes, yes, my merchandise. It's a Bandai premium of some very hard to obtain Spark dolls, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So, they make chase, the heels break. We have a heart-to-heart about Asuna having a crush on a boy, but she kicked his ass.
Yeah.
And so cue I used to think about shoes, but now all I could think about is Daichi. Oh no, it's Rena Jr.
So we've got Daigo Jr. and Reina Jr.
Yes. And it makes sense, because both of the names start with Dai.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. The actress for Reina actually shows up in the Ultraman X movie.
Ah, yeah, she does.
She plays a different character, but you can still tell it's her.
Yeah, so we're making the connections. We're making connections. Thankfully, in this series, Hori is an 18-year-old girl with glasses. Yes. So, there's more to love, more to life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Larger than life.
Yes. When super's just not enough. Yeah. So they chase the ghost again, and it summons the kaiju. But good news, we have the Elec King.
King.
Yes, as the next cyber armor card, and apparently Best Girl has a crush on him.
Kaiju Philia?
Yeah. Kaiju sexuality is a travesty. Don't let your beautiful extraterrestrial scales make contact with the sin of the human flesh. Lord mercy, lest you go to kaiju hell. Yeah, okay, preacher Jew.
But yeah, the Ella King armor definitely looks cool on X.
I actually like the Ella King armor more than the Cyber Gomorrah armor.
Yeah, it's got a cool design, and the thing on his hand that shoots out the lightning definitely looks cool.
Yeah, it feels like something straight out of Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it kind of does now that you mention it.
Yeah, it's like combining the Tesla claw with the tractor beam. I have to say, Tesla Claw, one of my favorites. But yeah. Yeah, and of course he uses the Tesla tractor whip thing to just...
That he does.
Puny kaiju.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, and yes, and yes, happily enough, Arui is super excited to see that armor being used. And yes, you even got the thing on the shoulder, which is also cute. And then when they get back to, and then when they recuperate and find Asuna on the floor, it's like, hey, Asuna, are you okay? Freaking the ghost woman fires her gun at her, and conveniently, her heel breaking again causes the shot to miss.
Yes.
What are the odds? Timu saves the day for once.
Well, how convenient.
Mm-hmm. And yes, they get her new shoes at the end of the episode because happy birthday.
Yes. So that's basically episode 3.
Oh, yeah. All right. Moving right along. Episode 4.
Where we have another bird kaiju.
Yep.
Only except this one's beak isn't inappropriate.
Yeah, it's more penguin-like.
Yeah.
Penguins.
Penguins.
Yeah. I love the penguins. The look, the shape, the sound, the smell, the taste. But there's something I love more than penguins. Being a teenage girl.
In Japan.
Hi, Yugi. Do you want to make out later? Not now, Taya. Can't you see I'm watching a card game?
Yeah, so basically Bemstar and Zarub show up in this episode.
Yep. And yes, in this episode, we actually do see Asuna kicking butt and looking adorable doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it doesn't change the fact that Rui is still best girl. Yeah. But to Asuna's credit, at least she's a proper feminist. Hey, I'm not just gonna let men do all the work. Women should do their part to fight kaiju too. I'm like, I'm down with this.
Yeah. So long as she's not an annoying man-hating feminist.
Yeah. And, sooner or later, there will be, you could make the argument that Swede would be one of those.
Yeah. You could.
Yeah. Or like the main villain from Final Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, Chimera.
Yeah. Male ultras. Bah, humbug.
Well, the show's called Ultraman.
How dare you? Yeah.
Facts and logic.
Yeah. Facts and logic. Insert Long Beach Griffey reference and back to story. Yeah, but turns out we got two homeboys who are always at odds with each other, and yet they're both expected to pilot the army together.
Yes.
Yep.
And Zarub is in control of Bemstar. Bemstar starts absorbing things into its stomach, and that includes X.
Yeah, what's really weird is how it started with what is basically a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Dude blew up a power plant.
Yeah, Zarub basically is a terrorist.
Yeah. So at first they try to use the Porthos cannon, and it clearly did not work, unfortunately, because it absorbed the energy and redirected it. No surprise there.
Yeah.
But look at Asuna being gung-ho, trying to keep firing at it. But, unfortunately, Daichi's knocked out. He gets up. He accidentally drops his Gomora. Spark doll. And this is going to be a problem later.
Mm-hmm.
Because later on, as you mentioned, it gets absorbed and it goes into space.
Yep.
Yeah. So imagine being in a hot room on Z338 without the Varai suit.
Yeah.
See, that's a Metroid reference. Because I love Metroid.
Ah, I see.
Big Metroid fan.
That's good. So yeah, basically we see X is inside the stomach of Bemstar, and it has a unique way of digesting its food. Basically, it's digests them with extreme heat.
Yep. And of course, Austin it's like, Daichi, where are you? Daichi! At least if you're gonna disappear, at least give me some new shoes. see, like the whole Rana Jr. thing, like that's gonna be a running gag for me until proven otherwise. Yeah, unfortunately, the only way they could rescue Daichi is if they finish their repairs on Arami, which unfortunately is still undergoing. But Dr. Gourmand does reassure them, hey guys, when you go 88 kilometers per hour, you're gonna see some real ish. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so apparently, the Gomora Spark Doll is really important to Daichi because it's his final memory of his parents.
Yes.
Don't you just love a good bottle episode? It's just odd that we are only having it 4 episodes in.
It is a short series.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'd think it'd be more around episode 13 or 20.
I guess.
Yeah. But, our trio of brawlers, have a ground level fight against a kaijin.
Yes, against Zarub.
Yeah.
Who kind of looks like Dark Helmet.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a Santaran cosplaying as a Dark Helmet.
Yeah, that's true.
For the Santaran Empire, long live Spaceball!
Mm-hmm.
Roman salute. Yeah. So we do have a ground level fight, and yes, then we have a kaiju level fight, but thankfully we take the dude out using only the Porthos cannon. Surprisingly, the Porthos cannon works this time.
Yes. So that's the end of Zarub.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in space.
Yeah, we're still being digested. Yeah, and so the Arami is ready to roll, and they roll out into space. Like we're watching Power Rangers Ninja Steel. And yeah, they go out into the moon, they fight the monster, and when they try to save him, when they try to save him, it's like, oh, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I would have been digested. Oh, hey, don't sweat it. No need to thank me.
It's party time.
It's party time.
I'm sorry for having you save my life.
I still can't get over the fact that that movie existed.
Yes. Yeah, the animated Titanic.
Yeah. One of the funniest experiences I've had with my ex is showing them like both Titanic animated films. Because it's like, if it wasn't ridiculous enough that we got a rapping dog on the Titanic, but now we also have talking dolphins with gangster sharks.
Yes. And a puppy dog faced octopus
that somehow rescues the ship.
Yeah, and tries to put the Titanic back together. I lost it at that part.
It's like, I swear, it's like a moonbeam got caught against your tear with some dolphin magic. You could talk to dolphins now. And I'm like, so like, did the same process happen with the evil whalers? Is that why they could talk to sharks? Because that wasn't very explained very well.
No.
So at least in Death Note, when all of the American mobsters were able to see Shinigami, at least we know why. It's because My Heel had an actual Death Note and passed it around to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like what's going on here? But yeah. So we need to rescue Daichi, and Best Girl knows the solution for that. So you got to link your body and mind. You got to navigate your friends to you, and of course they do somehow make the thing throw him up.
Yeah, to where X can finally escape. He uses both of his cyber armor so far, Cyber Gomar and Ella King.
Yeah.
And then finishes him off with the Zanadium Kosen.
Yep. Which is the name of his special attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ooh, but we're in space this time, so now the light show's a lot prettier. But it's because of our teamwork that we were successful. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. And
Indeed.
of course, Daichi shows up from out of nowhere. It's like, Daichi, where have you been? I missed a shoe sale because of you, and you dropped this. Okay, Rana Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the last episode of the night. So here is where the fun begins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black King is attacking, and yes, that is what he's called.
Yes, because we actually watched Rube.
And I watched Return of Ultraman.
Yeah.
Even though Rube came after this season.
Yeah. But yeah, so they need to transport the Spark Dolls. And so all three vehicles head out to do their experiment, but they're suddenly attacked by Black King.
Yes.
Yeah. So
naturally, Daichi turns into X and tries to fight him off, and then Alien Knuckles shows up.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have a second kaiju, but this one is a little bit more mouthy and a little bit more murky.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Deadpool.
Yes.
He likes to kill kaiju and pull their heads together. Kaiju are dead. They are pulled together. Deadpool.
Yes. He tries to get the Spark Dolls.
Yeah, because they'll sell well on the black market.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
if you want Spark Dolls, just go to G-Fest.
Yeah, or just go to Anime Jungle. Yeah, so the dude becomes giant, and turns out he's the younger cousin of the eye guy from Power Rangers. Yeah. So they 2v1 X, and the timer is running low while he's getting his stomps curbed. And who's that guy showing up from that portal? It's Zero with this crazy bulky armor.
Yeah. Basically, Zero can travel through different universes.
And here's something I just realized. X Zero. Dun, dun, dun,
Mega Man X and Zero.
Oh my god!
Different X and Zero.
Man, I am so excited. It's like I want Zero to say, X, someday you're not strong, but you will be. Someday you'll even be stronger than me. But not right now. I'm like, oh my god, we have a live action Mega Man X movie. Sorta, kinda, not really. Yeah. But yeah. So the dude, he takes the enemy with him, and inside is Rumi. So, so she is on her own. Poor girl. I know she can handle herself, though. I have faith in Best Girl.
Yeah.
Because Rui's love, Rui's life.
Yes. So basically, they try to talk to Zero to go with him to save her, but he's like, oh, it's 20,000 years too early for you to hop dimensions or go this far.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it solo. I'm like, excuse me? What about the original Ultraman? What about Tiga? What about Gaia, Dinah, Neos, Mabius, Nexus, Max?
Oh, we'll see
Neo.
next.
Like, don't any of them have the ability to like freaking warp like Zero can?
Good question, because I'm sure you remember the original Ultraman teams up with Tiga,
Yeah.
but it's not exactly clear if that actually is the original Ultraman that we know from the M78 universe, or some alternate version of him, or what.
Yeah. Or it's Sam Raimi universe where Spider-Man was a fictional character all along.
Yeah, well, basically, getting a little ahead of myself, it's shown that Max can go to different dimensions. If I'm remembering correctly, I've only seen the entirety of X once, and that was 10 years ago.
Well,
But we'll
at
get
least
to
you're
that
getting
episode.
reacquainted.
We'll get to that episode.
Either way, within 7 or 8 years, at least 2 people on this podcast will have seen every episode of Kamen Rider and every episode of Ultraman. Yep. Man, I can't believe it. I'm going to be in my 40s by the time I do all that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could just be full extracurricular and just like jump ahead and like watch like additional seasons on my own and just like power binge them. But I don't want to, because it's like, if I'm going to watch and review them anyways, I may as well wait until I review them to watch them.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a while. Besides, Ultraman is not my cup of tea, as I've mentioned for years. But, it's like, yes, I'm watching the series. I am committing to watching the entire series. I'm here. This is the 5th season we're doing on this podcast. So it's not like I'm going to, like, flake out. But, it's like, take it, as Tom Petty would say, take it easy. Take it easy. But no, Ultraman's probably going to take a little bit longer though, because or not, because like on one hand, Ultraman, like we're only doing like 3 seasons of Ultraman per year. But to be fair, one of those 3 seasons we're doing a 1 episode per week, while the others were just like binging through in batches. So like we're looking at 2 seasons per year. That means 15 years. It'll take us 15 years. Unless we somehow like burn through like all the full year seasons. So then we have nothing but the half year seasons left to do. And then we could just like, yeah. And again, like if we weren't doing the modern season, like 1 episode at a time, then that's like a whole half year that we could just do 2 more seasons of.
Yeah.
So like that would have like just doubled our speed of doing things. But we love you guys, our fellow audience members. So like, of course, we're gonna do the current season for you guys. So like you won't be like, oh, when are they gonna do Blazar? Oh, when are they gonna do Arc? Oh, when are they going to do Omega?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Alien Knuckle is talking to some guys about the price of each Spark doll, even though they're only like less than 1,000 yen at retail.
Uh-huh. And of course, Rui sees the opportunity to take the Ultra Gun.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't know how to work it, so let the lesson be learned. The most dangerous person with a weapon is the one who doesn't know how to use the weapon.
Indeed.
I saw this really interesting video at this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, and POV has folded belts of white, blue, brown, purple, and black belts. I don't know if those are the only 5 belts in Jiu-Jitsu, but those are the 5 presented. So first they ask a white belt, like, which belt color is the most dangerous? The white belt points at black. Then they ask a Bluebell, which one's the most dangerous? They point at white. Brown points at white. Purple points at white. Black points at white. The lesson. The person who is the most dangerous on the mat is the one who has the least amount of discipline. And this episode shows because having one of the field operatives use the Ultra Beam, yeah, that makes sense. They're able to fire it properly because, they're on the field. They need to know how to do it. But Rui, she's just a desk worker in a lab. She's adorable, but she's not fit for combat. So naturally, she doesn't know how to use that gun, and she causes a lot of destruction. It's adorable, but also get that gun away from her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, both Zero and X show up in that order, not at the same time, to fight Black King and Mr. Deadpool here. And yeah, turns out X learns to copy his armor that lets him warp.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So naturally, they both combine their powers. They defeat both enemies. They take a selfie with Rui, which she puts on her blog. And then we're finally returning home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But hey, we got a Zero reference, so that's great.
Yeah. And this is just the first of previous Ultraman coming back.
Yep, because I definitely know that in episode 14 we got Ginga and Victory coming back, and I know that sometime in the next 5 episodes we get Max.
Yes.
I guessed at that one. And I know that in the movie there's gonna be like 8 Ultramen, so I know that that OG's gonna be there, Tiga's gonna be there, but not Daigo because he's in Johnny's basement.
That's an accurate description, yes.
Yeah. So some little kid is gonna become Tiga instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, baby Tiga, take me
Me higher.
I gotta get out of this basement. Come on, baby Tiga, take me higher, so I could cameo in this movie.
Yeah, we haven't seen Daigo since the Superior 8 Ultra Brothers movie.
Yeah. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on these 5 episodes?
Well, obviously it introduces us to X. Like I said, I like his design a lot. The armor system is cool. I like it more than how they handled it in Arc. Not that Arc was bad. Arc wasn't bad by any means. I just preferred the aesthetics of X. But I think it's a pretty good introductory episodes, and definitely my favorite out of all of them was the one where he teams up with Zero.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. Yeah. Yeah, for me, first episode, very basic. I'd have to give it a 9. Introduce us to the plot, why don't you? Yeah. Episode 2, it's an 8. Very generic episode. The design of the Birderon is definitely not doing the episode any favors with the ratings. but at least we got the armor, which again, love the claws, hate the chest. Episode 3, not as keen on the plot, but I do love the new armor. I do like Ella King armor a lot better. Asuna, I think she can be a cool character, but they made her too much like Rena in all the bad ways. So hopefully, the remaining 17 episodes will prove me wrong, because again, Daichi and Asuna feel too similar to Daigo and Rena. Even the main character's name is Dai.
Yeah.
Also, what kind of weird name is Daichi Aozora?
I don't know. Ask Tsuburaya.
But yeah, like imagine his full name being like Daichi Yumi Aozora. Yeah. Like that is one crazy name for like a person. It's like I get it. Like like in Dexter's Lab, you had characters named Wind Bear and Ocean Bird, and they named their kid Susan.
Yes.
Yo 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 yo. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Episode 4. Probably the least interesting episode in my opinion, because not much really happens. Like, yeah, it's good that like, oh, we got the base team doing the work for most of the episode. It's great, but want to see some plot development, you know? You want to see some plot development. 8. And then episode 5, I give it a 10 because awesome main villain. Yeah, Black King, I don't really care too much about Black King, but Deadpool, cool villain. And like they actually gave him a personality. And Rui's the main character. And she kicks butt. And Zero shows up.
Yeah.
So that one, I give it a 10.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So any other comments and thoughts about these? Oh, you didn't give me your scores for the episodes.
Oh, right. Let's see. For episode 1, I give it an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2, I give it a 9. Episode 3, I'd say a 9 for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 4, 8.5, and 10 for episode 5.
Right. All right. Okay, cool. Let's see what the comments have to say. We only got a few of them, but let's see what what our fans have to say. I do love all the Mega Man references this week between Battle Network and Mega Man Zero.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really fun. Like, hopefully we get a character named Rock, another character named Blues.
Well, we have Ultraman Blue and Rube.
Yeah, but do we have Bass though?
True, Ultraman Bass.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like imagine like we have Ultraman for like all the Mega Man characters. Ultraman Guts, Ultraman Glide, Ultraman Colonel. You just gotta replace Mega with Ultra. It works.
Pretty much.
But Mega is just not enough.
Yep.
Yeah, lol, Rena Jr. All I would think about is shoes, but now all I could think about is Daichi. At least Daichi's not in the closet. My name is Land, Ocean, Blue Sky.
Yes. Daichi in a nutshell.
Yeah. All right. What's your favorite Battle Network game? Ooh, this is actually an interesting question. Well, let me ask you, which one's your favorite Battle Network game?
I'd have to say Network Transmission for the GameCube.
Huh. I never played Transmission. Well, I do have all 10 Game Boy Advance games, by which I mean I actually have the actual Game Boy Advance cartridges for them. It took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to collect all of them. Like originally, I only had Battle Network 3 White and Battle Network 5 Kernel. I remember borrowing Battle Network 6 from one of my friends. Maybe I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I gave it back. But the point is, getting all the games took 3 years when I actually started actively looking for them. And yeah, I think 1 and 2 are definitely the hardest to find. But yeah, I got 1, 2, 3 white, 3 blue, 4 red sun, 4 blue moon, 5 team Proto Man, 5 team Colonel, 6 Cybeast Gregor, and 6 Cybeast Falzar. I'd say my favorite is definitely Battle Network 5 Team Colonel. Not just because it's my first Battle Network game, but because like I love the whole liberation mission gimmick. You know, like where like you basically have to clear like those dark panels and stuff. You know, like it's a classic RPG, you know, like Nobunaga's ambition and whatnot. And of course, like how fast you bust viruses will affect how much space you clear. And sometimes you have to strategically use command points. But the reason why I prefer Colonel over Proto Man is I just like Colonel's team a lot better. Like I like Nightman more than Magnum Man. I like Shadow Man more than Gyro Man. Don't get me wrong. Gyro Man is cool because it can turn into a helicopter. But Shadow Man, I like his Buster move. And I definitely prefer a Tomahawk Man over Napalm Man. Yeah. Yeah. And I definitely like Frogs over Nurses. And yeah, Colonel is way cooler than Proto Man. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know why he heel turns in the 6th game though. Like that's like I need to replay those in order to figure out why. Something about his sister or something. Anyways, but if you enjoyed watching us talk about Mega Man X and Zero, sorry, I mean Ultraman X and Zero, please be sure to follow, like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. And be sure to share videos because it helps us out with the algorithm. We only need 30 more subs on YouTube in order to meet our goal for us to review the 2B TV Power Ranger fan film. If you want to hear us talk about that movie, we need 30 more subscribers. We're almost there, guys. You know, spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. We do Ultraman X on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gov on Wednesdays, Bakuage Sentai Boom Boom Draw on Thursdays, and Kamen Rider X on Sunday. That's right. We start the week with an X, we end the week with an X. Just 2 different franchises. And of course, be sure to check out our Morphicon interviews and check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where starting next month, which will be on Friday, we will be discussing some movies. We'll let you know what those movies will be. And if you want to follow our personal content, where can people find you?
At youtube.com/AxelRanger.
And you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at Twitch. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and we'll see you all again next time. Have you ever seen the rain on a sunny day?